A woman was catfished by an older man using a model's photos, and what happened next will shock you. Welcome back to What's Trending. I'm Ava Gordy. Be sure to like this video and subscribe for more. 33-year-old Emma Perrier joined a dating app called Zoosk after a very bad breakup in 2015. She then received a private message from 34-year-old Ronnie Cicluna. But in order to see the message, she would have to pay the $35 subscription fee. Her and her twin sister marveled at his good looks, and she decided she would pay. The message revealed to say, quote, "You look beautiful. Thanks so much, Ronnie." Now, you guys know where this is headed because I already told you that she got catfished, but I'm still gonna read some of the messages that they had back and forth. "You could easily have picked someone else," Ronnie proclaimed. "No, you're the only one I wanted to talk to. I paid because of you," Emma poetically replied. "As soon as I saw your picture, I wanted you," Ronnie declared. "Makes me happy to know that," Emma concluded. Love. Romance. Hate to break it to you, Emma, but he wanted you because he was a 53-year-old divorcee named Alan Stanley. Ooh. He admitted to using photos of a male model that he found on Google and said, quote, "I'm always nervous about posting personal images of myself. I just don't like pictures of me. It goes back a long way, to be honest." Okay, back to Emma, who asked that the two meet in person. Reasonable request considering that he was only 100 miles away. I mean, that's far, but it's not that far. She was even willing to do all the traveling herself and free up her schedule for his schedule. They had even professed their love for each other. Not to say that's a mistake, but that's a mistake. You haven't even video chatted yet. 4 months later, and she's told everybody in her life about Ronnie. But Ronnie seemed to think that his lies were not that bad. He said, quote, "Everything I told her about me, apart from who I was and the age, was true." Yeah, totally. Everything was true, except who I am as a person. But everything else is true.
Everything about what I said to her was true, except for everything that I said to her because I lied the whole time.
By spring, it had been 6 months and friends and family grew concerned. She eventually downloaded a reverse image app and said, quote, "Believe me, I was scared to use it for the first time." And she should have been scared because what she found was Turkish model/actor Adam Güzel. It wasn't a guy named Ronnie. Along with an official Twitter page, she found his model management website and his Facebook. Uh-oh. Emma immediately hit up Ronnie to ask what the heckity was going on, and you won't believe what Ronnie, aka Alan, said. Alan, aka Ronnie, said that those were his modeling photos and that he used a fake name when he used to model back in the day. Sure, all right, yep, cool. But bruh, it kept going, so she must have believed him. I don't know how, but okay. But then in August, after a year of chatting, he accidentally sent her an email from his personal email address. Rookie move, bruh. And now Emma is looking up Alan Stanley thinking, what the f***, how many names does this dude have? She typed his email address into Google and boom, she found all of his official pages, including what he looks like. So he was caught and she talked with him through all of his explanations and apologies, and she even wanted to meet him in person before she realized that that might be dangerous because, like, who is this at this point? Oh my God, finally we are at the good part. Thank you for sticking with me. Here we go. In September 2016, she went back to Adam's Facebook that she found and sent him this message. Quote, "Hello, Adam. We don't know each other, but a year ago, I met a guy online and that man is using your picture and pretends he is you under another name. I wasn't sure if getting in touch with you was a good idea, but I needed you to know. Kind regards, Emma." They wrote to each other for a bit before Adam suggested that they hop on a video call. There you go, that's a normal person, willing to hop on a video call right off the bat. They texted back and forth for a while until Adam sadly moved to a small town where cell reception was trash. And they stopped talking. And then in November, Alan Stanley and Emma finally met in person. While Alan considered the night a date, Emma considered it closure. But interestingly enough, they did meet several more times. I think it was just Emma feeling like she had a real connection to this person, and Alan feeling like he was obsessed with her, probably. But they had reached a point of contention when her focus seemed to be solely on finding Adam again. I could understand why. He's beautiful. And she did! In January of 2017, Adam and Emma reignited their communication. And then in April, he came to meet her in London and the spark was undeniable. Adam said he wasn't religious, but it felt like fate. And they've been together ever since. I don't know what this is. I will stop. Quote, "My catfish became Cupid, and now we're living happily ever after," Emma said. This is so beautiful, truly. And wow, this is almost exactly like that episode of Andy Daly's review.
I was now in the trickiest part of catfishing, where you have to find the handsome man whose picture you used in your fake profile and persuade him to Skype with your ex-wife.
There he is.
And then just a side note, his ex-wife and that beautiful man's photos that he used, they ended up getting together. So it's almost exactly the same. Anyway, back to Emma again. After their story was first published, one of Alan Stanley's other victims reached out to Emma and was like, bruh, he's been doing this to me for like years. Even Alan is pleased with the couple. He said, "I think it's brilliant Emma and Adam have met. It's almost like fate." With all this talk of fate, I gotta know, do you guys believe in fate or have you ever been catfished? Let me know in the comments and subscribe for more What's Trending.